In a significant escalation of military tensions, the South China Sea has become the focal point of an intensifying strategic rivalry between the United States and China. Recent developments suggest a major shift in the balance of power, as the U.S. Air Force prepares to equip its F-16 Viper fighter jets with sophisticated long-range anti-ship missiles, LRASM. This tactical enhancement comes as China's naval force has emerged as the world's largest, presenting a formidable challenge to American maritime dominance. The integration of LRASM capabilities on F-16 Vipers represents a calculated response to China's growing naval presence in the Pacific theater. The United States isn't standing alone. A coalition of allied powers, including Japan, Australia, and the United Kingdom, has been conducting joint military exercises in the Pacific waters. The U.S. Navy's aircraft carriers maintain regular patrols, while China's People's Liberation Army Navy deploys its own carrier groups and destroyers in response. The Royal Australian Navy's participation in regional exercises, coordinated with American naval forces, demonstrates the strengthening of allied partnerships. British involvement, marked by aircraft carrier group deployments, reinforces the Western Alliance's commitment to maintaining a presence in the Indo-Pacific region. This multilateral approach signals allied solidarity and determination to preserve the existing international order in the Pacific. The strategy mirrors coalition-building efforts seen in other global hotspots, similar to NATO's unified stance in Eastern Europe. Military analysts are closely monitoring how this enhanced capability might influence China's naval operations and strategic calculations. The integration of anti-ship missiles on fighter jets adds a new dimension to naval deterrence strategy, potentially compelling both sides to reassess their tactical positions. The situation continues to evolve, with both powers carefully calibrating their responses to avoid direct confrontation while maintaining their strategic interests in this vital maritime corridor, through which trillions in global trade flows annually. In a significant shift in South China Sea dynamics, Beijing has transformed from a passive observer to an anxious participant. This change follows an unprecedented surge in American and allied naval presence in waters China considers within its sphere of influence. The United States has implemented a practical power projection strategy that began during the Trump administration and continues today. The American strategy involves coordinated deployment of naval assets, including aircraft carriers like the Carl Vinson, Ronald Reagan, and Enterprise. This force is strengthened by international allies: Japanese helicopter carriers, French aircraft carriers, Australian vessels, and Britain's aircraft carrier, Queen Elizabeth. This multinational presence serves as a clear message to Beijing. The Indo-Pacific region remains an international commons. For President Xi Jinping's administration, this display of combined naval power represents more than diplomatic posturing. It's a demonstration of American military commitment. Despite China's naval expansion program bringing it close to becoming the world's largest navy, Beijing faces a challenging position. China must confront this challenge alone, facing not just the U.S. Navy, but a coalition of allied maritime forces. Beijing's response includes intensifying exercises around its aircraft carriers, the Liaoning and Shandong, attempting to strengthen their carrier strike groups. However, the presence of U.S. and allied vessels serves as an effective deterrent against aggressive actions. This maritime chess game has prompted the United States to seek advancement in naval and aerial warfare potential, particularly with the integration of LRASM missiles into F-16 Viper aircraft. This development signals a new phase in strategic competition, where air power capabilities become crucial in maintaining regional stability and military balance. The situation illustrates how naval and air power integration shapes modern military deterrence in contested waters. In a significant shift in Pacific military dynamics, the United States is countering China's naval superiority with advanced long-range missile capabilities. While Beijing maintains numerical superiority in ships, Washington's strategic deployment of anti-ship missiles on aircraft platforms is reshaping the power balance. The integration of LRASM, long-range anti-ship missile, onto F-16 Vipers represents a key development in this maritime strategy. This allows bases in Guam, Japan, and South Korea to project anti-ship firepower across vast distances, challenging China's maritime dominance. The LRASM system, showcases cutting-edge military technology. Its stealth characteristics and AI-enhanced target acquisition make it a formidable weapon in naval warfare. The successful adaptation to the F-16 Viper platform is particularly significant, as this weapon was traditionally reserved for larger aircraft. This achievement gains strategic importance considering the F-16's widespread deployment across US and Allied forces. The versatile fighter's numerous presence creates a multiplier effect for this capability. Pentagon officials are clear about their intent: to create a deterrent against China's expanding maritime influence. This move responds to Beijing's naval expansion program and growing assertion of control from the South China Sea to the Taiwan Strait. The transformation of F-16s into platforms capable of delivering advanced anti-ship strikes represents a significant capability shift. This development turns these tactical fighters into strategic assets, challenging Chinese naval operations across vast distances. US military planners note that this enhancement serves multiple objectives: creating uncertainty in adversary calculations, strengthening deterrence, and reassuring regional allies of American commitment to Pacific security. The LRASM integration demonstrates how technological innovation can shift military balances efficiently. In a significant escalation of maritime tensions, the United States is advancing its position against China's expanding naval presence by equipping F-16 Vipers with advanced long-range anti-ship missiles. LRASM. This development marks a critical shift in the Indo-Pacific region's power balance. As China approaches parity with the world's largest navy, the Pentagon is leveraging its technological edge through these missile systems. The LRASM has a range of 370 kilometers, with experts suggesting capabilities up to 600 kilometers. The weapon features a low radar cross-section and intelligent target acquisition systems designed to penetrate naval defense networks. This provides us with a flexible response capability throughout the Indo-Pacific theater, states a Defense Department official speaking anonymously. We can now project power from multiple platforms across a vast area. The strategy involves using F-16 fighters to launch coordinated saturation strikes, potentially overwhelming Chinese naval defenses. This approach could prove decisive in future maritime conflicts, according to analysts. Beijing has responded forcefully, accusing Washington of destabilizing the region and attempting to upset the strategic balance. The Chinese Ministry of Defense maintains they're prepared for such threats, citing their advanced defense systems. Meanwhile, US allies, including Canada, Australia, and South Korea, are strengthening their naval cooperation in the region. This multilateral approach suggests a broader strategy to counter China's maritime expansion. Military experts note that this arms race reflects a shift in Pacific power dynamics. The integration of LRASM onto F-16 platforms represents more than a tactical upgrade. It signals America's determination to maintain naval supremacy in the face of China's rising maritime capabilities. The development has broader implications for global trade routes and regional stability, as both superpowers continue to jostle for position in these crucial waterways. In a significant development highlighting growing US-Asian military cooperation, South Korean shipyards in Busan have undertaken repairs of the American naval vessel Wall Shira. This seemingly routine maintenance operation carries deeper strategic implications, signaling strengthening ties between regional allies and the United States in response to China's expanding naval presence. The Biden administration has markedly increased its military footprint in the Asia-Pacific region, working to repair relationships that became strained during the Trump era. This strategic pivot involves multiple components, including shared access to naval and air bases with key partners such as South Korea, Japan, and Australia. These arrangements facilitate joint military exercises and provide crucial logistical support for US operations. Perhaps the most noteworthy development is the planned integration of long-range anti-ship missiles, LRASM, onto F-16 fighter jets. Pentagon strategists view this capability as a potential game-changer in countering China's maritime advantages. The deployment of hundreds of LRASM-equipped F-16s to US bases in the Far East or Allied facilities would create a formidable deterrent, capable of engaging both land and sea targets. However, technical challenges remain in this integration process. The F-16, being a single-engine aircraft, presents unique complications regarding weight distribution, dimensional constraints, and avionic compatibility. While the LRASM has been successfully tested on larger platforms like the B-1B bomber and F-18EF Super Hornet, adapting it to the smaller F-16 requires extensive testing and modification of underwing stations. Despite these technical hurdles, the U.S. Air Force maintains an aggressive timeline for implementing this capability, emphasizing its strategic importance in maintaining regional military balance. Defense Department analysts monitoring Pacific strategy suggest that U.S. military presence in the region will likely continue to expand, reflecting the growing importance of Asian alliances in America's global security framework. In a significant military development, the U.S. is fast-tracking the integration of long-range anti-ship missiles, LRASM, onto F-16 Vipers. This acceleration comes amid mounting tensions in the Pacific region, where the U.S. seeks to strengthen its containment strategy against China's expanding naval presence. The enhanced F-16 Vipers, once equipped with LRASM, would present a considerable threat to Chinese naval operations in the South China Sea. The combination of extended range capabilities and reduced radar signatures could expose vulnerabilities in China's carrier and destroyer groups. Meanwhile, China continues its military modernization, developing countermeasures such as the DF-21D anti-ship ballistic missiles and deploying advanced air defense destroyers. This has intensified the naval and air power rivalry between the two superpowers in Asia-Pacific waters. Military analysts examining potential crisis scenarios note that while the U.S. maintains superiority through its global logistics network and allied support, China benefits from geographical advantages. The addition of LRASM to F-16s could tip this balance in America's favor. However, military hardware alone won't determine outcomes. Diplomatic relations between Washington and Beijing show little sign of improvement, with both nations continuing their military buildup under the guise of deterrence. The LRASM integration program represents a strategic trump card aimed at challenging China's naval supremacy, particularly as China operates the world's largest navy by vessel count. The diplomatic environment remains tense, with neither side showing willingness to de-escalate. This strategic chess game continues to evolve as both powers reinforce their military capabilities while maintaining aggressive postures. The response from China's navy to this U.S. technological advancement will be crucial in shaping the region's security dynamics. Recent developments suggest both nations remain committed to their military modernization programs, viewing them as essential for maintaining strategic advantages in the Pacific theater. In a significant development reshaping the Pacific's military landscape, experts monitor the power balance between the United States and China. The integration of long-range anti-ship missiles, LRASMs, onto F-16 fighters represents a crucial advancement, though analysts caution this may not be the game-changer some expect. Recent assessments indicate China's military capabilities continue evolving rapidly. With its expanding navy and sophisticated air defense systems, including hypersonic missiles, Beijing demonstrates its commitment to strategic parity. This arms race parallels developments in the northern Black Sea region, where military modernization has increased tensions. The Pacific theater is experiencing a significant arms buildup. As U.S. forces enhance their strike capabilities with LRASMs, China responds with both quantity and quality, fielding an increasingly sophisticated naval fleet that challenges American maritime supremacy. Defense analysts focus on key questions. Will the F-16's new capabilities alter the strategic equation? Can China's advantages offset these American capabilities? Does this military acceleration lead to stability through deterrence or toward confrontation? The situation mirrors other global hotspots, where military buildups have created complex security dynamics. As tensions rise over Pacific waters, military planners on both sides calculate their next moves in this high-stakes game. These technological advances may lead to a new equilibrium or increased tensions. The coming months will be crucial in determining whether this military modernization leads to stability through mutual deterrence or risks escalating into a more serious confrontation. We invite viewers to share their perspectives on these developments. Your insights help us provide comprehensive coverage of these global security challenges. Stay informed about the latest developments in this crucial strategic competition as we continue monitoring this evolving situation.